Walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway.
Where have I been the last 6 weeks? Well, long story short, I've gotten my very first prepaid debit card and was able to buy online by myself for the very first time. It was freedom I never had before, and I had no idea how to enjoy it without spending all my cash. However, there's a big backstory to why I chose to get my own prepaid debit card, and that's because I was tired of not having freedom to promote or support my favorite people online. But enough of that subject, let's jump right into the big topic of this video. In this video, we're going to listen to 3 calls from 3 different Lolcows. One is serving an unknown amount of time in prison, one is on lifetime probation, and the other deserves to be in prison but isn't there. All 3 of these Lolcows have some things in common. They're sexual deviants with eccentric behaviors, terrible hygiene, a lack of empathy and responsibility, and they're very entitled. These Lolcows' names are Cyrax, Chris Chan, and Lorne Armstrong. They happen to have loads of videos, calls, posts, etc. all about them and their hilarious antics. So without further ado, let's begin with a Cyrax video. Here we see Cyrax approach his webcam to give a shout out to Christine Chandler. For those unfamiliar, Christine Chandler just so happens to be a new alias Chris Chan went by up until his arrest in 2021. It's hilarious that Cyrax doesn't understand this, and it shows just how dumb Cyrax can really be. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video.
What's up, everybody? I do apologize for the long wait. I was actually sitting down trying to decipher this letter that I got. Shout out to Christine Chandler, man. Shout out to you for the fan letter. I appreciate that shit, 100%. But, yeah. Matter of fact, you know what? This next one, Christine, is going out to you.
They're M&M's, just smaller.
I'm sure not many people care about the long wait. Cyrax has very few people who are actual fans of his. Most of his audience consists of trolls who love making fun of him for a quick laugh. But if Cyrax thinks Christine Chandler is a legit girl who loves him, then that's hilarious. Like I mentioned earlier, Christine and Chris Chan are the same exact guy.
Isn't that great?
Matter of fact, Christine, this next one is going out to you. Now, for y'all that don't know, Christine, who sent me this letter, is laid up in the fucking hospital right now. Not able to do very much. She's been laid up in the hospital since February. So, Christine, if you're watching this next one's for you. Stay fucking strong and keep being fucking badass and keep being fucking awesome. This one's for you.
Now, the part about Christine being in the hospital was taken from an actual story. Chris Chan was put in a mental hospital after having a mental breakdown due to seeing his court case being delayed till August this year. Normally, anyone being in the hospital and unable to do much is sad to hear about, but since this is Cyrax falling for a catfish, this is instead hilarious.
And thank you for being fucking awesome. Come on! I am a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard, and full of pain, but I can help the fact that everyone can see these scars. I am what I want you to want, what I want you to feel. But no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So I let go, watching you, turning back like you always do. This way, pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here, cause you're all that I got. Yeah, I can't feel what I did before. So Don't turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. Time won't tell damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me, I won't be ignored.
If you're wondering, yes, that's Cyrax singing a cover to Linkin Park's Faint, albeit very poorly. Every time Cyrax sings some metal songs, he screeches like a velociraptor, sounding terrible yet funny at the same time. Whenever Cyrax talks about working hard on music, it's usually him stealing music from other artists or bands. He seldom makes his own music to sing.
I am a little bit insecure, a little confident. You don't understand, do what I can. Sometimes it don't make sense. I am what you never want to say, but I never had a doubt. There's no way what I do, I can't convince you, but once just hear me out. So I let go, watching you turn your back, you always do. Face away, pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here for all that I got. Yeah, I can't bear anymore. Don't turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. Time won't heal the damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. Yeah, hear me out now. You gotta listen to ignored. Hey, Christine, I can promise you right now, no longer will I be fucking ignored. No longer will I stand by and let these motherfuckers tear me down.
Such a great performance, right? Well, not really. Cyrax forgot half of the song he was singing and he ran out of breath halfway through. Also, he only sung the song for himself, talking about not letting other trolls tear him down and not ignoring the trash they're doing to him. Not much of a sweet, heartfelt dedication there for Christine who's stuck in the hospital, huh? Cyrax happens to lack empathy, and it's especially shown in earlier videos.
No longer will I sit by and watch these motherfuckers destroy me day in and day out, day in and day out. Nah, fuck that. And Christine, I can promise you starting next week, your boy's putting together a motherfucking album and I'm dropping that shit. And not only am I dropping it, I'm making a personal physical album. A personal physical album with sleeve and everything and sending it directly to you in the fucking mail as a thank you for everything you fucking helped me get through. Seeing that letter showed me a lot. And I want to say thank you. And the best thing in return that I could do is have a CD made and sent to your house along with a letter for you as well.
Those long pauses of silence make Cyrax's stream even less viewable. He's always talking big about making a music album, talking about how many songs dedicated to people he'll make, let alone making physical copies of them. Yet he seldom makes music and instead gets into arguments with a guy named Music Biz Marty. The arguments he had with him are hilarious, and I'll be sure to commentate on them too.
And just know this, Christine, I hope that you get better soon. I hope that you do better, and I hope you get well. Because, Christine, reading that letter, you reminded me of something. You reminded me of what I should be fucking doing. You reminded me that I have a fucking legacy to uphold. I have a legacy to carry on, and I'm going to continue to uphold that legacy.
The only real legacy Cyrax has is the one his biological father and grandfather had, being outed as pedophiles. Back on the day or week Cyrax was born, his father got caught by the police for trying to molest an underage girl. So unfortunately, the pedophilia runs in Cyrax's family, and Cyrax chatting with a 14-year-old girl helps carry on that dark, twisted legacy.
And this song right here shows that.
To get on the path to an in-demand career, visit findnursingschools.com to begin your journey today.
I said, now in the mask in my arms, I will inherit the crown. I wear the mask in my arms, I will inherit the crown. You can't fucking stop me. You can't fucking stop me.
Probably the closest thing Cyrax ever did to an original song, incoherent screeching and noise. Oh, lo, 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 lo. That is not really a way to sing for death metal. It just makes Cyrax look and sound like a total idiot.
You can't fucking stop me. I want to tell y'all something, man. Something that you haters might not understand, because I know you don't understand. But for those that are wondering what I'm going to be hanging up on my wall when I get my studio fully set up, it's shit like this letter that I'm hanging up on the wall. It's shit like this fucking letter that are being hung up on my wall. All the fan art, all the letters, all the notes. This is the kind of shit that's being hung up on my wall. Because this kind of shit means something. And I fucking appreciate the living fuck out of everybody that fucking writes me and fucking rocks with me. I fucking appreciate every single one of you guys. And Christine, like I said, I can promise you this. I'm doing something special for you, for sure.
I'm certain all the letters, notes, and fan art are really from trolls who make fun of Cyrax. If he really thinks that anyone likes what he does, then he's delusional like any lolcow. He claims he'll do something special for Christine, but his promises are empty just like his threats towards Music Biz Marty. So now that we watched the Cyrax video, let's listen to a Chris Chan phone call. Now this one is an infamous call that got Chris Chan the indefinite prison sentence he's currently serving. The call where Chris confesses to molesting his elderly mother Barbara, Barb for short. He's talking to a woman named Isabella Jank, who prided herself into being the ultimate Chris Chan troll. When their call leaked, it went viral, being talked about on various podcasts, YouTube videos, news articles, and even trended on Twitter. People were horrified upon hearing about Chris Chan molesting his mother, and many people deemed it as the internet equivalent of 9/11. Unlike the Cyrax video beforehand, this Chris call is a rather dark one, but I'll try brightening it up with my reaction to it. Usually I'm a calm and patient guy, but when it comes to incest, I get furious and my patience stops completely. So here's my belated reaction to the Chris Chan confession call. It's gonna be a rough one.
So yeah, she's got a really sensitive G-spot because apparently I don't believe that Mr. C, any of her past boyfriends and ex-husbands, they haven't really reached and hit her G-spot really in their dicks.
Right.
They were more focused on themselves really, as opposed to focusing on her, which that's my focus.
It's disturbing enough that Chris is talking about his own mom's private spot, let alone touching it. Also, when Chris says that Bob and the other men haven't touched Barb's private spot, that's pretty much a lie. How else could Chris have been born besides Bob hitting Barb's spot with his thing?
Right. They do, dude. Yeah, true. But at the convention, make sure to have a lot of fun with. Make sure to have push her, have a lot of fun with her, right? Because
Obviously.
yeah, because now you're doing this for your mom. Yeah, make sure I'll be there. I'll be there watching you guys, making sure that nobody is trying to. Sorry, my throat. Nobody's trying to hurt you, do anything. I'll take photos of you too. The dance will be awesome. We can take turns. I'd like to dance with her too, and then you guys can take like the slow dance or whatever. And
and all the other scientists
yeah.
For the convention
right.
as well.
But how are you feeling, Christine? How are you feeling? Because I know there's a lot of societal pressure on you about this thing with Barbara. There's a lot of societal pressure and a lot of people, consciously who would judge, and there's a lot of eyes on you. It must be very stressful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm so sorry about all that stuff. Yeah.
That would have been an awkward event, dancing with Barb out in the open at a convention. Barb's way too senile to know who Chris is, let alone move around properly at any dance hall. As for the social pressure stacking up, Chris has no real idea how stressful things will be for him the rest of 2021 onwards. Being stuck in jail with no foreseeable release date and even stuck in a mental facility, now that is peak stress.
Well, still, I'm still have Magic Chan and Grizel to dance with.
You always have them. Okay.
The incest fanfics have come true and shit.
I didn't even know there was such a thing. I didn't even know there was incest fanfics. Were there about you and Barbara? I can't believe that. I didn't even think that. I knew that you guys had a good relationship, but I always thought, because I'm not huge on Christery and, whatever, I just thought that the whole Sonetry franchise was very interesting, and that's how I got into you when I was younger, right? But I didn't have any idea that Barbara was, that Barbara and you had that sort of relationship. I never got any of those vibes. But how did you approach her?
Not sure if incest fanfics existed, but it's beyond just an average nasty fanfic. By the mid-2010s, Chris's feelings towards mature women started becoming more sexual, even with his own mother. As for the Sonetry franchise, it's nothing but a hodgepodge of Sonic the Hedgehog and Pokemon stuff on the outside, but on the inside, it's an autobiography about Chris's life and all of his likes and dislikes for everyone to make fun of.
Approached her with care and caution,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a time approach, so I just gave her comfort and talked with her, and we just branched out slow and steady, and then I encouraged her positively, let her make the first move. She wanted to do it. And
she did? Really? She made the first move?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow, Barbara. How did she do it, if you don't mind me asking? What was the first move?
I don't remember exactly. Well, that was her first move, but my approach was... I forgot exactly what terminology and approach I used, but I approached with care and caution.
That's good.
And I was direct and upfront with her for the most part.
That's good.
Chris mentioning that Barb made the first move and he approached with care and caution is a complete lie as well. What really happened is that Barb has dementia and she couldn't understand what's going on anymore, allowing Chris to verbally and sexually abuse Barb to the fullest. How Chris treated Barb is literally how a predator treats a small child. Very sad and disgusting.
And how did she respond when you approached her? What did she say?
I don't remember exactly what she said, but I think she was partially confused at one point, but then she came around, obviously, with the more approaching that I was doing with her along the way.
Right. So she got into it. How was the first kiss? You kissed her? How did that feel? Having known this woman for your whole life, how did that feel?
Oh yeah, I mean it was simple lip to lip kiss content, but yeah, it was actually good and it felt right.
When did you start having feelings for Barbara?
Obviously for a long time. I mean, I remember even mentioning some time ago in one of my videos that I even had dreams where I had sex with her, obviously.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
but that's right. The Oedipus complex.
Oh, Oedipus, that's right, yeah.
Oedipus complex is exactly what Chris has. There's a tweet Chris made about fantasies of sex with his own mother. That tweet was bad enough, but his comment on a news article about incest was really telling. Most people commenting wish the worst on the man that did it, but Chris instead defended that man's crime. If that's not proof that Chris is too far gone, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that's right. How, if you don't mind me asking, I know that's probably personal, you have to answer, but how is the sex?
I'd say it was satisfactory. It took a while. It took a few tries to...
It took a few tries, yeah. She is older.
And plus, also, she's very understanding about the whole thing as well. I was direct with her, still direct and honest with her. I made sure that obviously, I'm never going to propose marriage to her at all because we're already daughter and mom.
Yeah, mother and daughter. You know, they say there's no stronger bond than a mother and her daughter. Sorry?
We've been doing it every third night, and the first night being on June 27th.
Oh, you have a routine? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least you have a stable relationship, because you know it's not going to end. Like, if anything happened, you'd still be mother and daughter. It's not going to, like, be explosive breakup, right? At least that's comforting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you said since June?
It took us a few nights
Right.
It took us a few nights to figure out what felt right and what didn't feel right. And
does your mother enjoy it?
Yeah, she's having a good time, literally.
She is? She's having a good time?
Ugh. It wouldn't matter if Chris would propose marriage to Barb. What he did to her was still horrible. Barb had dementia, so of course there's no relationship. It's just a delusional fantasy Chris has. Also, Barb isn't having a good time or any time at all because she doesn't know what's going on or where she is. It's just Chris sexually abusing Barb to the fullest. Barb was Chris's biggest victim, and there's no denying that.
Especially what we figured out.
That's good to hear. Do you guys act more like mother and daughter, or do you guys act more like, lovers? When, like, say you come home from, the supermarket and you see Barbara, would you say, hey, sweetheart, or do you say, hi, Mom?
Yeah, I haven't called her Mom in quite some time now.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I'm more often calling her Love at this point.
But you recently started dating Fiona, isn't that's true, right? In an open relationship?
Yeah, it's between Barbara and I, it is an open relationship, and I made that very clear with her.
Right. Is Barbara dating anybody else?
Not.
No? But she's fine with you dating other people, right?
Yeah, she's okay.
Do you guys go on any dates or anything romantic like that?
Well, not anything extravagant, but we do, as often as possible, eat at the dinner table together.
Barb not going out much or requesting anything expensive must have been a godsend for Chris, allowing him to clutter his room with pointless toys. It's insane that Chris learned nothing from the house fire him and Barb suffered from. Clutter is a bad thing and can lead to far worse things than just a messy home.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to see much lately because I've had to switch to a soup diet because after getting the crown on my tooth.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, these things.
Right.
And plus, he's still trying to remember her inner child. And
right. That's true, yeah.
Well, but I've encouraged her towards the positives, and
right.
Being like homemade with
her. Knowing you, Christine, I think that because I understand that she's mature, and she's mature and she's wise. She's wise in her ways. She has experience and she loves you, and you two have a great relationship. But wouldn't you want somebody who's younger, right, and to keep up more with your energy? Yeah. A lot of time with your mom, like whatever you have left with her. That makes sense because, you don't know how long she has left. So you just you just don't want her to be lonely or anything, right?
Yeah, obviously. But I still would want somebody who was younger or close to my age, obviously. I don't know, maybe
You don't want anyone who's younger?
There's a sad tale with this girl named Fiona. She had romantic feelings for Chris and was even a big fan of him in his Sonichu comic. Fiona's the closest thing to a boyfriend-free girl that Chris could have gotten, but he showed a surprising lack of feelings towards Fiona.
Not too many others at this time, but I mean, obviously, with my affirmations, I'm attracting my twin flame, and we proceed towards it more slowly.
Sorry, I'm putting the volume for my. I have a really bad ear because I got sick. Like you can hear from my voice, it's hard to hear anything at all. But I could hear you now. Go ahead.
Isabella might have a bad ear and bad teeth due to all the hamsters she swallowed. It's not exactly safe to eat rodents of any kind, even if they are clean. Isabella was infamous for harming animals, and she never got caught. But thankfully, it was this call that exposed her to the public, helping those poor animals win their revenge against her.
Alright, so anyway, everything, with the events and everything, and I was feeling like I really needed a sensual release. And not too many individuals this side of the arc were coming up to the plate right there. So, and then everything was coming into good alignment, and it was good. The signs were all there. Even Emmanuel, God, just said it was okay, and it managed to guide me towards it.
God said this is okay? Yeah, then you don't have anything to worry about if God himself said this is fine.
Yeah, and so yeah. I gave it lots of time for myself. I was like, okay, so I'll take a time for it, so...
But how did this happen? How did this come about?
Well, among which just mainly I was really, really horny, and I needed the true and honest relationship to come about, so obviously this was one of the best ways to do it, despite it being with the... And I don't want to believe in labels at all, but obviously...
Chris claiming that God told him to molest his own mom is truly disgusting. It was instead Chris being a sexual predator and taking advantage of his elderly mom. As for the call cutting off suddenly, that's most of it that I could find. But to be honest, that's all I could stomach when it comes to Chris Chan and what he did with his mom. Now that we finally got done with the Chris Chan confession call, let's finish this video with a far better call. One involving our favorite pedo punching bag, Lorne Armstrong. This one is a really early call featuring a catfish by the name of Ramona. She happened to be a rich, intelligent girl who's inherently kind. She did try having an asexual friendship with Lorne, spending time with him on the phone and listening to his joys and concerns. But of course, knowing how Lorne truly is, he'd definitely ruin it all by accusing Ramona of having sex with other male friends. As time went on, Lorne's and Ramona's relationship became more and more strained. Ramona trying to talk to Lorne and Lorne repeatedly cutting her off by talking loudly or yelling at her. This call features Ramona waking up to a drunk, upset Lorne crying about Ramona's male friends spending the night at her place. It's not a long call, but it's still hilarious to listen to. So without further ado, let's jump right into this banger.
Hi.
Lorne?
Can you hear me?
Not really.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Why did you not answer any of my calls?
Lorne, I just wanted to have fun with my friends.
Of course it's typical for Lorne to berate any and every woman who talks to him, especially if they're in a relationship with him. Ramona was spending quality time with people she's just friends with, yet Lorne's angry and upset. It's clear he hasn't learned the basics of how to treat women.
With the doctor.
Lorne, the doctor is just one of several people who are here.
Well, here, the motherfucker is still fucking there?
Yes.
Son of a fucking bitch. Jesus fucking Christ, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That whole fucking time, all my calls got fucking ignored from you because the doctor was there. It's fucking cute. And it's fucking great.
The doctor's only friends with Ramona at this point, spending the night at her place with no sexual activity happening. Somehow this makes Lorne so angry he throws objects, yells and cusses all because of something small such as Ramona not answering his calls. He's a complete man-child.
You ignore my calls because of that fucking piece of shit.
Lorne, I just wanted to have fun with my friends.
Listen to me! You ignore my calls because of that piece of shit.
I just wanted to have fun with my friends.
Don't fucking tell me that. And you're speaking very fucking low, which means you don't want the doctor to hear you.
That's not true, Lorne.
You don't fucking want me. You want the fucking doctor.
Lorne, what are you talking about?
First instance of Lorne hanging up out of complete anger. If you've listened to most of the current calls, you'll notice that's Lorne's best way of dealing with a girl who has guy friends. You'd think Lorne would cut all ties with said women, but of course he won't because he's a total cuck.
Hello?
I want you to get that fucking doctor right next to you. And I want you to tell him, right here with me, that you want me, and you don't want him.
Lorne, calm down.
Don't fucking do that.
Lorne, calm down.
Look what you're fucking doing. You're sacrificing you and me because of that piece of shit. Do you want to lose me?
No.
Because you're fucking on the verge. I am tired of that motherfucker.
Many classic lines there. If Lorne thinks he'll secure his relationship with Ramona by forcing her to tell off the doctor, he's got another thing coming. Forcing any woman to attack her own friends is one way to destroy a relationship in general, and it'll make you look even worse when trying to find someone new.
You don't fucking understand that or what? We fucking tell that cocksucker for too fucking long, and I'm fucking tired of it. You're gonna lose me because of him.
Lorne, calm down.
Do you want him or do you want me?
You.
Tell me. I want you to fucking tell me right now. Do you want him or do you want me?
You.
Then get his fucking ass in here, in that same room as you, right now, and fucking get him right there with you. And I want you right there and him right there, and I want you to say that.
The choice couldn't be clearer on who's better. Lorne's showing every trait of a domestic abuser, which is dangerous for any relationship. If there's any guy who'd treat Ramona a lot better, then it's the doctor. From what I've heard, the doctor is a lot nicer and more friendly to Ramona than Lorne could ever think of being.
Lorne, I don't want any confrontation. I
don't give a fuck, because you're not caring about my feelings.
Lorne, I would tell him.
You're gonna, I know, you're gonna fucking do it right now.
Lorne.
I want this motherfucker out of our lives, right now. I'm not fucking waiting, I'm tired of it.
Lorne.
I fucking stressed too fucking much and I'm fucking hurt. All fucking day I've been hurt because of that cocksucker. And I'm fucking tired of it.
Lorne.
Get him in there now.
Lorne, calm down.
No, Ramona, I'm fucking tired of it.
Lorne, I don't want to make a big scene.
I fucking cried to Tony and Wendy tonight because of that fucking cocksucker. Get that motherfucker in there now.
What did you cry to Tony?
Now.
Lorne's only hurt because he can't control Ramona. She's living the life she enjoys the most, is an independent and confident woman, and basically everything Lorne's unable to get near. Also crying to Tony and Wendy? Those two were the closest things Lorne had to friends, yet they hated Lorne and used him for free beer and snacks. Lorne only hung around Tony because nobody else in his local area could tolerate him.
Lorne, what did you cry to Tony and Wendy about?
That fucking piece of shit that you have in your house. I don't want him out of your fucking house. I want him in that fucking room right now. I want you to tell him.
Lorne, please calm down. I don't want to make a
No.
I don't want to make a scene in front of my friends.
You better find a fucking way to tell him tomorrow. That's as far as it's fucking going. If you don't fucking tell him tomorrow, then I'm fucking leaving because I'm not dealing with that fucking bullshit.
Lorne, calm down.
Anymore, I'm fucking so fucking stressed out. You're not caring about the way I'm feeling.
Lorne, I do care.
And you better start.
Lorne.
All Ramona's doing is being a kind and caring friend, listening to Lorne's concerns and providing comfort. However, since Lorne's such a selfish and demanding pervert, of course he'd blow his relationship to pieces easily. Lorne's no better waiting an extra day to demand Ramona again. He's still the same rotten bastard today as he was in this call. Nothing's changed.
Lorne, I do care.
You don't because you haven't told them fucking no. Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, what did I tell him?
You have not told them no at all. I can't even fucking talk. My voice is so fucking sore.
Lorne, calm down.
You haven't told that son of a bitch no on anything. Anything. The fucking gifts he's giving you, the fucking coffee, everything. It pisses me off, and I tried to tell you. You fucking let it come to this. I'm a fucking can't even fucking talk. Plug your ears. I'm gonna fucking spit. You know, you just don't matter. I can fucking talk anyway.
Ugh, such a nasty way to end the call. Spitting a loogie. I could imagine screaming angrily on the phone can hurt your throat and lead to worse throat conditions as a result. With all the cigarettes Lorne smokes, it's a real wonder he doesn't have bronchitis. Yet somehow he's still able to scream louder than his weak, frail body can handle. So that was the first Christmas special of my channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and comment telling me what you enjoyed the most about this video. Until next time, have a good day and be careful with your money.
There's something I gotta tell you. I'm Chris Hansen. My name is Cool.